is the Void Morning Show. I'm Gavin The Brit. That is Celia and Roz the Oz. Cool music video. Now, I've got a question because I've done videos and media and stuff like I mean, well, look at MTV. Used to be music videos all the time. They don't do them anymore. So when it comes to sort of these sort of things, like how does one go about sort of getting engagement? What's the sort of RO, return on investment, as it were, on sort of doing music video? Roz, do you have sort of any idea, thoughts on this? You've been having some conversations with people.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really interesting topic to be talking about. We did post this question on social media just a little while ago, and we got quite a few comments back. I personally have a very similar idea to Shambles, who has commented here and says there has to be a demand for a video or something unique about the video to make a potential fan become a viewer or supporter. So until that's established, holding off on a video could help while saving and marketing music itself, which I think is really an interesting point, because at the moment there's videos out there, there's people who are putting thousands of dollars into making these music videos, and they're great, they look amazing, but people with short attention spans nowadays, they're not clicking on it, they're not going to different sites to sit there and put their time and effort into watching these things, and it just goes to waste. And for someone who's quite small and hasn't monopolized their career yet, it's, in my opinion, it's just not worth it yet, Celia?
That's interesting. Yeah, I was going to say, Celia, what are your thoughts on that?
I have so many thoughts on this, actually. I have a ridiculous amount of thoughts on this because I shoot music videos. I'm actually going to bring it back to a conversation that I had with one of my clients, Brianna. We were driving around and we were doing promotional videos for her music video and for her single release. And essentially what she said was she, for her first music video, paid like a couple $1,000s, and then the place where she was working with, I think she was referring to the record company that she was working with, didn't tell her what to do with it. And I think that's one of the biggest issues, because no one's told what to do with a music video, because music videos, while they're amazing and they're fun and it gives another creative outlet for artists to tell their story, it's a byproduct of the old system within the music industry. Because when you had a music video, the music video would go on TV. The music video would go on TV, people would see your song because you see the visual with the music. And the industry has changed at this point, and with the industry being more towards a social media based promotional scale, you need to be making content to market your song, to market yourself, to market what you're doing. And what I've been recommending to people at this point is doing music video level content for your social media. So instead of shooting the entire music video, you would shoot clips catered specifically towards promoting your song, promoting what you're doing, but with a nice camera or with the production value or in a cool location, whatever it may be, so that you can actually pull in the viewer. But you need to take the time to actually shoot it in that format, because if you just break up a music video, the music video is 16:9. It's created for something like YouTube, for showing on a TV, for things along those lines. So my recommendation is to shoot specifically for where you're putting it. Or if you're going to do the music video, you also do the promotional content on the same day in the same locations.
Actually, just touching on that, Jay Reaper put in a really interesting comment here where he mentioned that, while videos, music videos are not necessary, but if you do a music video and it doesn't even have to, be a major budgeted, it can be a budgeted one, not something that you put a lot of money into, but because there's such a long video, there's so much potential to actually cut little bits up and use them for reels and stuff as well. So it gives you monopolizes the amount of content that you can use, which I think is, you know, definitely another way that you could utilize them.
Okay, no, that's interesting.
Yes and no.
Why yes?
I say yes and no. Yes, you can, but you have to plan for that before you shoot the video. Because if you just shoot the video, the videographer is doing close-ups. The videographer is trying to get different band members. The videographer is thinking in video brain of how do I get coverage of all of this. But if you're going to shoot for a 16:9, or sorry, a 9:16, like an Instagram story or a TikTok, you need to make sure that you're pre-planning for that and that you're shooting wide enough. I've had to, like, you know, try and figure those things out for artists, and it actually, like, it makes the music video, one, look different, and two, it puts a lot of pressure on the video side. But, like, that's not a bad thing. It just is a pre-planned thing, because you don't want to put half your face in a TikTok, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I kind of understand that, because with some of the promos that I was making, I was like, oh, well, Instagram does it one way, and then YouTube does it another, and I found myself creating sort of two versions. It took more time. I mean, I enjoyed doing it, but I was just like, well, what's the best format? Like, I mean, when the 9:16 first came out, I couldn't stand it. Like, people filming upwards videos, it would drive me up the wall. I mean, I'm starting to get used to it. But do you think that videos are going more and more, like, if music videos sort of start to make a comeback for once, do you think they're all now going to be shot in more of a portrait than a landscape mode, and do you see benefits from that?
I think that there is going to be a combo. I think some people might move towards that format, but I think that they're going to keep the traditional music video in 16:9. But as I recommend everyone, you know, creating the content in 9:16 in the music video style is going to be the most beneficial way to go about it, which just means, like, you know, you're taking the intention, or you're using a nice camera, or you're using different creative techniques to make sure that this looks like, you know, good quality. I think that the promotional stuff is now going to be shot almost exclusively in 9:16 for at least social media.
I can definitely see that coming, and I don't know. I'm still torn. I mean, I'll happily do it in both if needs be for now. But when someone can inform me what's the right way to do it, that would be great. Roz, anybody else has had any comments on this?
No, I kind of agree. I do think it depends on where you are in your music career. That tells you if, you know, creating a music video is going to be worth it or not, and the kind of music video that you do as well. If you're a smaller artist and you're wanting to do it for self-promotion, like cutting it up and using it for reels, even like pinning some videos on your, you know, Instagram and stuff and your TikTok, I think that's great, as long as you can kind of keep it under budget and, you know, not blow a heap of money on it, because let's face it, us small artists do not have that. But, you know, once you're bigger, I think for sure having a music video continued in the, you know, original old format, put up on YouTube, I think it's still an important byproduct to have. You know, it's as Celia, as you mentioned, you know, it's something that can show a different side of the story, which, you know, people love that. When you like a song and you want to listen to it more, you want to understand more of it, I do. If I really like that, I will go and click into the music videos. But it won't be something that I do straight away if it's a song that I don't know or don't, you know, enjoy it too much.
That's interesting.
I think that it also gives an interesting, different way to market yourself visually, because you can send a music video, if it's a story music video, into film competitions. You could send it as, you know, your calling card in an email. You can send it to, you know, if you're trying to book bars, you know, you can be like, here's the promotional stuff. And, you know, that'll give another dimension in your marketing. As a content coach, I also do, like, you know, strategy for where this stuff goes and how it's utilized. And having any form of high-end content is definitely going to help. And though it is a piece of the broken system, it is still a valuable piece of content for, you know, things like booking, for things like, you know, people seeing what your act looks like if you're performing, for like all different, you know, dimensions of your marketing strategy and plan. Because like I said, the biggest disconnect that a lot of people have, and the reason that music videos don't get the traction always that people think that they should get, or like you anticipate them getting when they are, you know, making that choice to either purchase that music video or create one themselves, they don't know what to do with it. They don't know where to put it. They don't know how to promote it, because when you're learning how to be an artist, you're learning about how to create music and how to carry yourself and how to perform, not how to be a social media manager.
Not how to promote, exactly.
Yeah, and I think with that you can probably end up, like you were saying earlier, Roz, you can end up losing a lot of money into it because you don't really know what you're doing. And I mean, sometimes it helps to have a collaborative network of people around you, and rather than throwing money back and forwards, you find the people that you want to do something with, and you all use your skills and your strengths to support each other. And I mean, you can end up joining things like the Content Creator Accountability Network, and you get all this brilliant advice. I mean, that's all fantastic. I've definitely learned a lot from you. It's come up to 8 o'clock in the morning in the Eastern time zone. I don't know what that is for you, Roz, but I'm assuming it's getting close to bedtime at some point for you. We're going to get straight back into 15 minutes of music. And Roz, just because of the little AI thing, I'll let you have a listen.
You are listening to CCAN Radio, and this is the Void Morning Show with your hosts, Gavin the Brit, El Capitan, and Roz the Oz. Hey Roz, if I had ears, they would be burning right now. You say this isn't over? Well, you are only half right. This has only just begun. What are you gonna do, eh? Tie me kangaroo down? Didn't think so. Go put some shrimp on the Barbie. Now for 15 minutes non-stop music.